Hello everyone, hope you're doing good. This video is for all of those ladies out there who want to come to Canada, maybe to pursue their higher education, maybe they want to come and settle here after getting the permanent residence. Whatever be the case, if you want to come to Canada and if you're concerned about women's safety, then this video is for you. No, we won't be talking about the statistics like the crimes that might have happened in the last 1 year or so against women, but we would be talking about more of the mindset of women when they immigrate from their home country to Canada. Do they actually feel safer? The difference from their home country to Canada. Do they actually feel safer when they go out at late night? Do they actually feel safer when they use the public transport, when they use a cab, or when they go to hang out with a friend? Do they actually feel safer? And to discuss that, I'll be talking to two women who have recently immigrated from India, one from southern part of India and one from the northern part of India, so that they will tell their perspective, their mindset, if they feel Canada is safer from them than their home country.
Hello, everybody. So we have Nisha and Anjana with us. Both of them moved recently to Canada. We'll talk about their experiences here so far, if they feel safer here or not. So Nisha is from northern part of India and Anjana is from the southern part. So we'll get to know more about the comparison. And they've both moved to the Toronto GTA region. So maybe we'll start with Nisha. If you can just tell a little about yourself. Where were you living earlier? Now where you've moved?
Sure. Hi everyone, my name is Nisha Sachdeva. I am from India. I have spent a lot of years of my life in my hometown Yamunanagar, that's in Haryana, and I worked for about 5-6 years in Delhi. So yeah, I have experienced both a small town and a big town like Delhi. I have moved to Brampton in Canada. It's been 5 months and I'm looking for a job currently. That's about me.
Okay, Anjana?
Hi everyone, myself Anjana. I am from Kerala. I did my Bachelor's of Dental Surgery from Karnataka and I moved to Canada in September 2020 and I'm currently working for a multinational company.
So you're living in Toronto at the moment?
Oh yes, I live in Toronto right now.
Okay. All right, so let's start with discussing the problems that you might have faced related to your safety, like as a women's safety. Back in India, maybe the times when you used to go to work or go to school or college, or in the day-to-day life. So maybe we'll start with Anjana. Let's see what problems you might have faced. Then we'll come over to talk about Canada and your lifestyle. How has it actually changed? Do you feel safer, or are you still concerned about your safety, just like you were back in your home country? So maybe we'll just start with Anjana here.
So I feel safe here, though I have just been here for 5 months. But back in hometown, there are many instances that we can all relate to, especially random people staring at you, and eve teasing is something that everyone has experienced at least once in their lifetime. Just talking about that, I was born and brought up in Kerala, but I did my college and even worked in Karnataka for like 7 to 8 years. So I have these two states where I can relate my life experiences with. So back in my hometown, though I have everyone around me, people who are very near and close to me, but I will not be still allowed to go out of the house, to get a grocery, even after 7 p.m. And where in Bangalore or in Karnataka, I had a full choice for my life, freedom, everything, but I still was worried about my safety, especially going out at late night and getting into cabs, sharing it with strangers. Everything was a lot of tension. I always had to share my live location with someone if it is going to get late, just for my safety concerns.
Okay. What about you, Nisha?
Sure. While I love my country, back home, it was great in terms of family, culture, enjoying together, marriages. But there are things and instances which are in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of girls might have faced in their life as well. while they live in country like India. So it's been more than 5 months that I'm here in Canada. And there are times when there is some comparison that comes to your mind when it comes to safety of women. Back home, talking from my personal experiences, I have faced eve teasing, starting from the college life. When you move out of college after your lectures, there could be some boys standing on bikes and then following you, passing some comments. So it's not about me only. I have seen my friends go through it. So that is one safety concern that came to my mind while you were asking about this question. Second is when you're traveling in the public transport, that you have to travel. So it will be in everybody's life that they have to take an auto, maybe sharing auto, or go in a public bus or travel in train. I was strictly not allowed to travel, do an overnight journey in a bus or a train. So in my last organization, I was asked many times, okay, Nishan, you need to go to Jaipur. That's about 9 to 10 hours journey. And there is one train going from Kurukshetra to Jaipur. Would you please like to travel? Would you be okay to travel? And then I might say yes, even thinking about the organization. But my family strictly said no, because we know what is the scenario outside, what is media publishing on their TV, that on their channels, that women are, there is a sense of insecurity when girls are out in the night, and something might happen. It may happen, it may not happen, but it's always true to be safe than going to the other side. When I talk about more, when I was in Delhi, there were times we used to go to office using cabs, Ola, Uber. Sometimes to save money, we used to do sharing cabs, and then it was always at the back of our mind, okay, is the person I'm traveling with, pooling with, should be okay. And when you enter, the first thing that you see, apart from driver, is who else is sitting inside the cab, how is he looking, can he have any wrong intentions while I'm driving along. So that was there. One of my friends, while she used to travel in cab, to as a safety measure, what she used to do was she used to click a picture of the vehicle with the nameplate, and in front of the driver, very consciously show him that I'm sending this picture to my family, and maybe share the live location so that they know where I am heading to. And I also used to do this, that I'll keep an eye on the map, Google Map in my phone, and then compare it with what driver is doing, so that he's not taking me to any unknown location or somewhere else than what he's supposed to do. So when I talk about my experiences now, it's very less time. It's just 4.5 months that I'll be speaking about. But I feel a sense of independence here, in comparison to back home.
So basically, sorry to interrupt you here. So basically, you're saying that when you were back in the home country, we're talking specifically about India because both of you are from India and I'm also from India. But yes, comparing the situation from there to here in Canada, back home, even if something wrong might not have happened with you or your colleague or your friend, you were still insecure back in your mind, and your parents and the family were insecure that, okay, if you're going out late at night, what, like, something wrong might could happen. But here, talking about Canada, so do you have that kind of insecurity still in your mind, and your families are also concerned about it? So maybe we'll start with Anjana once again. Like, do you still have that kind of insecurity in your mind that, okay, if you go out at night at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever, just to get the groceries, or maybe to get something important, or go from one place to the other, do you still feel insecure, or do you feel that, okay, do you still take those steps of sharing the location with your friends, and telling them in advance that we are going out, just keep a track of us that you told us earlier?
No, not anymore. So the thing is that it's my first time experiencing everything here, but I still don't feel unsafe here. Even getting into a bus, trains, or meeting people, everything. But still, I am not scared as I was before. So I get off my work for around 7 p.m. or so. So I still go out for a walk even after 7 p.m. these days. So I still feel safe while walking. I meet people, we do greet each other, but still we feel safe now, which is something was never allowed back in hometown, I would say. I don't have to share my location here, even if there were times that actually I did use public transport these days quite a lot of times. But yeah, there were times when I was the only passenger in the bus and I still felt so good. Didn't feel unsafe here. I felt so good that I was not worried anymore.
Okay, Nisha, what about you?
Okay, so as I told you that I have recently moved to Brampton, and there are a lot of places in Canada that you can move to, but that was not by choice that I came to Brampton. I was told that it is not one of the safest places to live in Canada when it comes to women's safety also, because I have heard of many instances of robbery. It's majorly of somebody stealing cash or robbing your car or things.
Bicycles or even car tires. I think all of that as well.
Yeah. So I haven't heard very much about women being unsafe just because what they're wearing, or maybe people are following them, but it is more about the things that they are putting on. Maybe it's the chain snatching thing that some women might have come across, but it's a very short time for me to speak about through my personal experiences. In these 5 months, I haven't been through any of such experiences, and I have felt a lot safer in this region. I'll be comparing from what I had in back home. I used to be scared of moving out of. I wasn't scared actually. I had that kind of fear in my mind that if I move out walking alone, maybe in a dark place, I am not safe. But when I do that now here, I go for morning walk, I go for evening walk, even if it's a dark in the night, I am okay. There is a sense of safety, security, and an independence that I feel when I'm out home. Yeah, and I talk about my sister. She's been here since 3 years, and I haven't heard of any of the instances that she had to go through. She has been working also with a bank. When it comes to women's safety, everything has been taken care of well by, I would say, the people around and government also. So yeah.
Okay. So when I was when I just came here, we got married, and my wife was in India. When she was back at home, basically like she used to work, and when like everyone's work schedule is like that. At times you have to come late from work or stuff like that. Like when she was in the cab, she used to call me at times just to make the cab driver aware that okay, I am in touch with someone. I'm regularly talking. If you do something wrong, she can tell it to me right away. She would specifically talk to me in Hindi so that the other person is also able to understand. I gave her a pepper spray just to be safe, because that's the thing in my mind as well. But okay, my wife, my loved ones need to be safer. So I gave her that. I don't remember the number now, but I told her about the helpline number as well, just in case if she faces any trouble like that. So have you taken those kind of extreme steps? I won't say that those are actually extreme steps. Those are just the precautionary steps, just in case. Thankfully, she didn't ever, get to use that pepper spray. No incident like that ever happened. But yes, about that fear that was there in our minds. So, do you keep something like that with you? Maybe a pepper spray or something like that, something like a knife or something, anything just to keep you feel safer. Do you keep something like that with you? Maybe Nisha?
I used to keep a knife at times while I was traveling in a train for a long journey, or maybe if I'm traveling alone in a cab in the night time.
So now do you still keep something like that with you?
No.
When you're here?
No, I haven't carried anything as such.
Or do you remember any kind of helpline number related to women's safety? Do you keep that handy with you, or is it just like 911? You remember one number?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of numbers published on public transport and on autos and buses in Delhi.
But not here anymore, right?
it's 911 that's in my mind. That's it. But in Delhi, there were a lot of numbers for women's safety and everything. I think on the cab itself, there were
Yeah.
that kind of small brochures and pamphlets in case of emergency. You can call on these numbers. So I used to keep in mind, okay, so this is what it is. And
Yeah. What about you, Anjana?
Back in hometown, I have never carried the pepper spray, but my roommate always had one. So whenever we go out together, so I was having someone who's along with me with a pepper spray. But whenever I travel alone, I always had the safety pins. That's the easiest thing to carry around. So that's the only thing which I have carried around. So about the safety, the numbers, like you mentioned, I had saved some of the numbers, child helpline, women's helpline, everything. But whatever the government provided, those numbers were always on my phone, just for my safety's sake. But these days, here in Canada, 911 is the only thing which is here. That's in
And
my
do
head.
you carry that safety pin along with you here as well?
Never,
No?
not
No?
anymore.
Okay. Okay, and probably the last question that could just pop up in my mind right now. So you talked about your mentality. Maybe your parents are still back home in India, or your relatives. So what do they actually feel now when you tell them that, okay, I'm here? Do they still do they still suggest you the same thing, that okay, you should stay back home, you should not go out, or something like that? Or is it like they're like more comfortable sending you here, and they are more comfortable now that when you tell them, okay, we are fine, we're going out, we're going to club party, or coming late night from work, whatever, are they also comfortable with it now?
Yes, pretty much. These days, I would say they're least bothered about me going out anyway. So especially the time zone difference matters a lot. Second thing, whenever if I tell them that I'm going somewhere, oh, go, okay, that's all. They don't want to know where am I going, or are you going to be safe? Nothing. They're okay. I don't know what has happened, but they feel much comfortable than me, I feel.
Unisha?
yeah, I think they're least bothered now. So when it actually, they would just want to know that I am there available whenever they need me. So otherwise, she suggests me, okay, why don't you go for a walk? My mom is the one who has like literally pushed me by sitting at home, go out, explore, and I don't think they have any apprehension. Although it is the word of mouth that my sister has put in their ears, okay, it's safe out here, and they also feel that kind of safety with that kind of confidence my sister has put in my parents, because she has more experience than I have living here.
Okay, so maybe whatever you both have told us, if I want to summarize it, I would say something like, when you were back home, you were more scared whether something might have happened with you or not. Thankfully, nothing wrong, nothing wrong in sense of somebody actually doing something wrong with you, something like that sort of happened. But you were still a lot cautious, and your family was always worried. When you've come here, you feel safer, although you might not have faced any incident here as well, but still you feel a lot safer. It's not that this is we don't see any kind of crimes here. There are a lot of crimes, but in terms of the mentality that we have here, is that it is a lot safer. So it's basically the fear in our minds is a lot less in comparison to what it was back home in India, at least because we're talking about India. Comparatively, you would feel a lot safer when you're here in Canada. At least we can say that about Toronto and GTA, and according to statistics, Vancouver, Montreal, and Ottawa are even more safer. So if you feel safer in Toronto and GTA region, then you would feel much more safer in those other regions as well.
Correct.
All right, so thank you so much, both of you, for joining today. I really hope that this discussion would benefit our audience, both the males and the females, the parents as well. They would all grow a lot of confidence in them if they're immigrating to Canada.
Thank you, Shraddhanshu,
Thank you,
for having us.
Shraddhanshu.
I think it was great to talk to you as well.
Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching this video. I really hope that the idea would be clear in your mind. There might be crimes that are still happening, but the mindset of women is that they feel a lot safer in Canada. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please click the subscribe button. And also, if you have any comment, any feedback, please put it down in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching this video.